This is a short demonstration video about Diagonals. That's an Android app for the double glazing industry. This application is a calculator to help a surveyor or builder lay out the groundworks for an Edwardian or a Victorian conservatory. I'll work through a couple of examples, so let's load the program straight away. And here it is. The screen's divided into 4 sections. At the very top here we have a selector for the shape of the conservatory. The next section down has got the inputs and the calculate button, and in this case the only things that we need to input are the width and the projection of the groundworks. Below this is the results area, and this shows the diagonals, in this case with a 5-segment Victorian conservatory. There's 6 diagonals. There's also a facet size, an area for the conservatory, and a perimeter figure for the conservatory as well. And then finally the bottom area is a diagram to tell you what each of the numbers are, and if you notice they're colour coded as well to help identify which number is which. Particularly useful in this 5-segment one because there's a lot of diagonals and it would be easy to get a couple of them confused. To switch between the 3 different shapes of conservatory basework, just a matter of clicking on the buttons at the top. So at the moment we're in the 5-segment. Click this and we're in the 3, and then that's rectangular, which is obviously the easiest one of all. In fact, this only has one diagonal, which here is shown as D1 and goes across there. And if I quickly actually do the calculation on a 3 metre width and a 4 metre projection, I think we already know the answer is going to be a 5 metre diagonal. So that really is the easiest of all examples. And a little bit of extra information here. We've got the area, which is 12 square metres, and the perimeter, which is 11 metres. It's shown here in millimetres, 11,000 millimetres, and that is from that's the 3 sides. So that's excluding the back wall. So if we have a look at something a bit more complicated and, to be honest, a bit more useful, if we go to a 3-segment Victorian conservatory. If, for the sake of argument, we've got a conservatory with a width of, let's say, 3,800 and a projection of 4,800, and let's say in this example these are the external sizes. When we do the calculation, it gives us a facet size, so that would be, if they're external sizes, that would be an external facet size, so that would be an instruction for a builder. We have an area, so that would be a gross floor area, and the perimeter, which could be quite a useful figure if we're working out the size, area, cost of a dwarf wall. And in this particular case, we have 4 diagonals from here, all taken from one corner. And here we are, D1, which is this one here, D2, D3, and D4, and as you'll see they're given in millimetres there. If you're working from the opposite corner, the same diagonals would be true. And we'll quickly look at another example with 5-segment, but there's going to be no surprise here. It's exactly the same type of calculation. The only thing is that we've got more diagonals that we get an answer for. So if I do this, I'll do this something a bit bigger, say 4,300 wide and 5,100 projection. Calculate, and there we go. All the answers come up just quickly and easily. Now this is a calculation that I've done myself for many years. And I used to do this with a scientific calculator, pencil and pen, and I'm sure it'll be no surprise to anyone who's done this that the first few I did, I used to check with a scale drawing as well to make sure that I hadn't made any errors. And in fact I could spend probably half an hour or 3/4 of an hour just doing this calculation. And here it is, all done in a split second, and really no need to check it either. So that's Diagonals, that's what it does, and it's an Android app. Thank you for your time.